what you're listening to. Man, what they talking about? I got my hand up on that knob, trying to figure out. It doesn't matter who's the guest or what's the subject, cause they keep it 100 and them callers love it. The radio show got you tuned in, ready for action like a bad chick texting what's happening. They ain't here giving 5 o'clock news. Our hosts keep it blunt, sharing their point of views. They going in, man, cause they ain't got no filter. Cause they keep it 100, that's why we messing with you. Got you up to date with the latest with music and what's trending, that's basics. On primetime hours, you can never go wrong. In your night music and what's going on in your neck of the woods, like, hey, Al Roco on today, like, feeling entertained with the radio show. Tuesday, Thursday, taking over, let them know. Let them telephone rings, yeah, I'm on this thing.
I came across this Instagram video last night, and the comment was like, these old heads be talking about how their music was so pure and had meaning behind it, but then they was listening to this type of shit. And it was a clip of Curtis Mayfield singing on Soul Train the lyrics to Pusha Man.
Oh, yeah. Pusha Man was raw.
Right. So, like, if you ever heard that song, it's basically today's rap music, but with a soulful tune, and he's kind of singing it instead of rapping it.
Yeah.
So, like, I was like, damn, man, they really be having some old heads that tell us, oh, man, y'all listening to mumble rap, that shit y'all got today is some junk, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. But y'all listening to Curtis Mayfield talk about, I'm your mama, I'm your daddy, I'm that nigga.
In the alley.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Want some coke, want some weed. And like all these
now I will say the difference with that song in particular, Pusha Man, the message was like, it was just talking about, it was more of a political message than it was like just rapping about like, yeah, I'm that nigga selling drugs. Like he wasn't really saying that. Right. It was more of a political song than anything. But to your point, all this shit came from somewhere. Like it didn't just start with us.
Right.
And if you go back and watch all the old blaxploitation and anybody from that era, pimps was the biggest thing. Niggas was selling drugs, niggas was pimping, niggas was had guns, all the other kind of stuff. Like it got passed down, generation to generation. So it didn't just start with us. It just got adopted into the music because it had become a part of the culture. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like that's so, I'm of the same. I know that, old heads can't, I ain't really speaking from a non-hypocritical place because maybe your music didn't talk about it, but y'all was living it.
Yeah, for sure. Because I think I just died laughing at the video because, like, he's just up there, singing, rapping the lyrics, and, like, these people just dancing to it, all soulful and shit. They all into it. I'm like, bro,
I know the exact performance you're talking about, too. He's standing up on, like, stage and got the...
he up a little bit higher than everybody else, man. Like, everybody that was dancing looked like they was on some kind of coke. You know what I'm saying? It looked like a good time.
And that's another thing you can always bring up in that argument. Like, how did every 70s soul group break up? Some nigga was on drugs, died from drugs, got shot, dealing with drugs or dealing with prostitutes or something like that. Like, y'all was living that shit. It just so happened that it made its way into the music. So you can't really talk, man. Y'all wasn't, everybody wasn't all Minnie Riperton back then.
Yeah, like I said, I just, no, what's up, 16?
Yeah, I was just saying that's an obscure reference.
Oh, Minnie Riperton. Everybody, y'all know who, that ain't obscure. People know who Minnie Riperton is. Drop a comment below if you know who Minnie Riperton is.
I mean, you just get what I'm saying. There's not too many podcasts that's up here. Hey, Minnie Riperton.
Hey, first of all, there needs to be. Minnie Riperton was great. Even if you only talk about that one song, Minnie Riperton was great.
You know what? It's one of those things where it's like, yeah, I know about that one song, but here's my catchphrase. Can you name 2 more?
Oh, Lord.
In this instance, you got me because I can't. I know she had one other one that I've heard, but I cannot name it in this. And that would be it, to be honest.
Easy hates that follow-up because that's like my first place I go to.
It's funny. Like, I be talking about some artists and I really be listening to their shit. But every time you ask that question, all of a sudden I go blank. And I'm like, wow, like what the hell?
Nah, you look, it ain't too many you're gonna get me on, but nah, Minnie Riperton, I ain't gonna lie. That's like if we was talking about Montell. I actually said this to somebody not too long ago. It was like talking about Montell Jordan. Like, can you name another song besides "This Is How We Do It"?
Yeah, that's
I
it.
actually can.
But no, there's one. But but to your point, can you name three?
I can.
Oh,
okay. So he has "Something for the Honeys," "Falling," and "Get It On Tonight."
Oh,
you can Google that shit.
"Get It On Tonight" is the only one I know. That's it. Girl, if it's all right. That's it.
Hey, Khujeaux, who's the who you think is like the hottest rapper right now?
Besides
like
Drake?
Besides Drake. Like,
oh, baby.
Who's got the hot hand right now?
Lil Baby.
I would agree with that. I figured you would agree. That's why I was just wondering. I feel like Lil Baby cannot miss right now.
Nah, that boy's unstoppable.
Was a feature, a song. He can't hoop, but he's doing a great job.
Wow. I saw that. I didn't watch the game, but I saw that clip. I was like, now I will say somebody had made the comment. It was like, you can tell it was something about dudes from the hood are better than this because I don't know, not one dude from the hood that wasn't able to work on his jumper or his, or dribbling or something like that. And it was a stupid comment because I'm like, bro, we all grew up in hood or hood adjacent or whatever, and you know what I'm saying, hoop with dudes from the hood at least. And there was some dudes out on that court you wasn't gonna pick. Everybody from the hood could not hoop.
That's fact.
But anyway, but yeah, so he caught a lot of flack for that. But yeah, it was bad. It was ugly.
That was a bad matchup. Like,
first of all, why would you volunteer knowing you can't hoop? I wouldn't even want to go out.
Well, yeah. First off, I think they probably approached him more than he was like, sign me up.
But you still,
but like, if you've seen any videos of Quavo hooping,
yeah,
like you should have known off the rip, whatever team he was on was probably gonna win.
Yeah.
And then apparently Jack Harlow be hooping too, so that didn't help anything.
Yeah, and I actually have seen videos of Jack Harlow hooping. It was some other game he was playing in recently, not All-Star related, but this was a while ago. But yeah, if I was famous and somebody approached me right now, like, hey, we got this lacrosse match we want you to be a part of. I'm like, nah, I'm good, because no, I don't know how to play lacrosse.
Lacrosse
or soccer. Sorry, I actually was. Let me rephrase. Soccer is probably a little bit more relatable, and I was on the soccer team in middle school, but that don't count.
I want you to play like
16. Do you know who Jack Harlow is? I know we were just talking about that, but do you know who Jack Harlow is?
You've heard his song before.
I have.
Hey, what's poppin'? Brand new whip just locked in. I got options. I'm gonna pass that chick like Stockton. Who's Joshin?
16 looks so lost. He's like, yeah,
heard
sure.
that song before because I think it was in a commercial too, wasn't it?
I think so.
Anyway, whatever. And that concludes Jack Harlow discussion.
Yeah,
possibly forever.
Look, if M16 don't know who it is, then the show just immediately stops.
Yeah, we just go to dead air and we don't talk about shit. So what do we actually have on the lineup tonight? 16.
Well, actually, no, we got to defer to Khujeaux on this one. We actually had a plan.
Oh, yeah. So, okay. I was trying to think of a segue. I'm not even going to try. So basically, we got cartoons, and I'm pretty sure everybody has seen, I want to say memes because it's news articles at this point. News articles going around about Pepe Le Pew being canceled for, rape culture, perpetuating rape culture, and all the other different things that have kind of been canceled, quote unquote, in the wake of this is not fit for today. It's just old, outdated. Lola Bunny was the other one. I'm sorry. They redesigned Lola Bunny, and that pissed off a lot of dudes because they got rid of, I don't even want to say got rid of, because there was really only one picture. So, you know what I'm saying? And it was from a certain angle or whatever, but she wasn't as shapely as she was before. So they redesigned her, and a lot of folks was upset about that. So anyway, that was going to be the topic. So I'm going to pitch it back to M16. and get your thoughts on all of this that's been happening. Starting with, I guess, Pepe Le Pew. How do you feel in terms of canceling him and all the old cartoons and old media in general? I think we kind of touched on this a few times before, but let's get to it.
Okay, so I know we're gonna sound like a broken record with this subject here, Khujeaux, but it must be said. Nobody, literally, absolutely nobody asked for this. I just want to put that out there.
Yeah.
This all goes back to circumventing the actual problem here, and we keep saying it. I might just put it on the blurb up there. Just stop shooting black people. That's what it comes down to.
That is not what Pepe Le Pew was about, though.
I know.
Not at all.
Hey, but look, that don't mean that still can't be.
That doesn't mean to stop shooting black people.
That's
it. But in this case of Pepe Le Pew, if you look back on it and seeing the cartoon back in the day, it's basically the innuendo is if I force myself on this female or woman enough, eventually she's either going to give in or I'm just going to do it. And it kind of sets the wrong the wrong type of example for kids that might be watching, or even some adults who are impressionable at still watching cartoons. So does he need to be canceled? No, but you could tweak the character, but it definitely needs a freshen up in this society that you can't be putting it out there that, it's okay to be pushing up on women like that. It was never cool, but it's definitely not cool to be pushing it out there like it's all right. So
right.
I agree. I don't think it should be canceled, but I feel like it should be maybe tweaked or, revamped a little bit.
Yeah, I just don't like this whole get rid of the shit. like we, it's America. Whatever happened to second chances and, people getting a second chance to change the image or, make something better than what it is. Like, we just cutting shit out. Like, we're not even trying to give it a chance to improve or anything. I mean, when was the last time an episode of Pepe Le Pew came out?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, we haven't had like a spin-off or anything. Like, the shit's still probably in black and white.
Well, the Looney Tunes show, but that also was canceled. So
yeah, but I mean, how long ago was that? Like
2010, 2012, I think 2010, 2012, somewhere around in there.
And side note, Khujeaux, we talked about this. That was one of the best, if not the best incarnation of that show.
First of all, I think I would put that somewhere in my top list of cartoons, like, of all time. That show was great. It was a fresh take on some, like you said, some revitalized characters, and it was funny. Like, it was just, like, not funny for what it was, not like there was no box. It just was funny. I enjoyed it. That show was good. And I'm mad.
Yeah, so I think we got to do a better job of, unless it's like, the Nazi symbol or the Confederate flag that really just needs to truly get the fuck, because the values back then are still the same shit now. And that can get the fuck. If we're talking about a cartoon here, okay, let's get back to the drawing board. Let's see how we can pivot and make this character not what he's known for now.
Yeah, and I think that's a really good point, especially considering that he's, supposed to be in the upcoming Space Jam. You can just turn him into a overly romantic French guy or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, that can kind of be his persona more so than the rapey past that he had. But I will say that, they need to get rid of all that old shit because, not get rid of his character, but definitely get rid of all the old shit because, he was rapey.
Just like, last
that.
week we talked about those Dr. Seuss books. Like, why can't we just take the book, re-illustrate it, change up some of the verbiage, and then, give the people the credit that re-illustrated it and did some forwarding or whatever.
Yeah, now that's definitely possible in a book, but like in old cartoons, then, that's a little different.
Just fix it going forward. Going forward.
That's what I'm saying.
You literally would have to erase all
much
of history prior to a certain point. You know what I'm saying? Like, even today, shit, there's some stuff that wouldn't last today because the creator was racist. Like, it is what it is, man. People are racist. But for the Pepe Le Pew situation, like I said, his character doesn't have to be completely erased. He can be revamped, which I probably think will end up happening anyway. But dude was rapey. I know there's a lot of men out there defending him, like they didn't get it, like, oh, I'm tired of cancel culture, that whole thing comes back up. I mean, like, look, bro, he was rapey. Yeah,
There's
I don't
no
know.
getting around it.
It's not persistence. That was not persistence. That boy hugged and groped and kissed all up on that cat as she was literally clawing him to get away. And he would look at the camera and say something like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna get her." Like, no, bro, that's rape. That's rape.
By the way, tonight's word is forward.
Forward.
Because I said forwarding, which I don't know if that's an actual version of the word, but we'll just put forward.
It is.
Okay,
it is.
well,
yeah, forwarding, yeah.
So we could do either forward or forwarding, whichever one 16 feels is more educational to the people.
Just put it here.
Right there.
There you go. Down there.
But yeah, okay. So and as far as the Lola Bunny thing, that's just dumb. Like, you just want to see a sexy bunny, and it's just stupid. Like,
it's weird. Yeah,
it's super weird, bro. Like, I didn't want to come out there and like but it's weird that you are so upset that they don't have a fat ass or wide hips on this cartoon bunny. Like, for real, like it's odd, man. Like, I don't even know how else to put it. And you clearly didn't see like we were just talking about the Looney Tunes show. You'd have been real mad at that version of Lola Bunny because she was not the one from Space Jam at all.
No. That show's on. I just checked. It's on HBO Max. Both seasons are on HBO Max.
Look, I know that. I know it's on. It's canceled. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's no new episodes. But yeah, you can definitely get it on HBO Max. And I went back and watched a couple of them. It's still good,
it's still funny.
Yeah.
The episode where they cut off Bugs' cable, Beauty. That's so funny.
Duh. Hey. Oh, okay. So another one they was talking about getting. So since that one, there's kind of been like this trickle down effect because people were so mad. So now they throwing out other names like Speedy Gonzalez was one. Said he's a racist depiction of Mexicans or whatever. Which, look, if Mexicans are offended by it, then cool. But I agree. He was kind of a racist. Him and Slowpoke Rodriguez.
It's pretty bad.
Yeah.
You throw Yosemite Sam in there too, man. Cotton picking varmint. Who you think he was talking about, man? Cotton picking? Just saying.
Yeah. Who else? Oh, Miss Piggy came up. Now, look, for Miss Piggy, I think it's different, not because she was a female pig, but I think that her and Kermit were actually in a relationship. I think he just didn't like public PDA. I don't think he liked PDA. I don't think he liked to be kissed on like that.
He was low key.
Yeah, but they were actually in a relationship. It wasn't like she was. Look, I don't know. It's been a while, but from what I remember, they were actually together, and he just didn't like when she like kissed on him and all that kind of stuff, which is different. Now somebody brought up a non-cartoon, which is Miss Parker from the Parkers, and that was rapey. She used to touch that man ass, and he didn't. Yeah, he didn't want it. He did not want her advances, and she continued to advance. That was rapey.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I mean, if it's a comedy, do we really have to get that granular about it?
I'm just saying, if we're gonna,
I'm just throwing it out there. If you know, it's like you getting offended at a comedy show. Like,
okay,
you kind of know what you're.
Hold on, so let's go back to Michael Richards at the Laugh Factory. If we recall. The Kramer from Seinfeld, I thought that was his name. Like, yeah, situation. So he was saying, like, look, I was just doing a bit. Now, granted, you know, that could be whatever, but you had a comedy show, you know, you might get called out your name. So where do we draw the line? It's super touchy because if you gotta let certain characters pass in the name of comedy, then that's a broad brush to stroke with. Because you can let a lot of stuff pass under the guise of comedy. So, it's touchy,
or try to, because they're gonna be some assholes that try to play the card just to kind of be sick or.
For me, and I posted this to Facebook today. I'm like, I don't care if you cancel something because it offends a large group of people. If it's just one. Because some of this stuff, like, it was written, like one article was written by like one person or whatever. But if there's a large group of people that feel offended by something, then Yeah, let's get rid of it. I don't care. I'm not that attached to anything where I just be upset. Like, oh, I hate cancel culture. Like, if I like, yeah, somebody got a problem with it, get rid of that shit.
Right.
Yeah, it's not that deep.
Because as a black person, I wouldn't want somebody else to have that same reaction if I found something to be racist against black people. And we do that all the time. Like, we have these arguments with white people, like, oh, y'all don't get it because you ain't in our shoes. But then once another group says something we don't agree with it, it's like, oh, y'all, we start sounding like how white people sound to black people. It's all y'all are snowflakes and y'all are sensitive and blah, 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 blah. Like, nah, people just don't want to see, women just don't want to see a rapey character. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that doesn't go for all women and it's just whatever. But yeah, it kind of does paint the wrong picture. Now, granted, to Easy, you said it, Pepe Le Pew ain't been on TV in a while, but it does kind of send that message that this is what you were told as a kid was persistence. We let you know.
Well, I'm not, and just to clear it up, I'm not saying that what they're bringing to the table about him is wrong.
No,
I'm just saying, okay, yes, we all agree this is showing off, bad habits or it's a bad influence. Let's change it. Yeah. It's been off the air for 40 years.
Yeah, but you made a good point.
It's not like it's The Simpsons where
he's not currently influencing anybody. Looney Tunes, you can't even find it on TV. If you leave it on Cartoon Network or Nickelodeon, you're not gonna see Pepe Le Pew for in a 24-hour block. So Looney Tunes are not being shown anywhere. If it wasn't for HBO Max coming out and dropping Looney Tunes on the streaming platform, then you wouldn't be able to find it unless you
might see it on Boomerang. Maybe on Boomerang if you got.
Oh, you definitely would on Boomerang. No doubt about Boomerang.
Well, so out of the block of Boomerang that I've seen recently, it's actually more updated now. Like, they're not playing like the Flintstones and the Scooby-Doo as much as they were before. Not saying that they are at all, but like, it's a lot of Dexter's Lab, Powerpuff Girls, Foster's Home.
Damn.
Like, yeah.
Well, they're trying to make us feel old.
That's just like, if you listen to the old school station, they play. Like, they might play Ja Rule on an old school radio station because now you have to move forward with what's considered old school.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, but yeah, all this is, like I said, you're not going to find me in the comments defending none of this. Like, man, they ruining my childhood. You can't, because I still remember it. You're not going to ruin my childhood. And if you're telling me that something was a problem, I can look at it objectively and be like, yeah, that probably was problematic. Oh, Johnny Bravo was another one. Now, while we talk about newer cartoons.
Oh yeah. That's one that definitely needs a refresher, if you will.
so I'm gonna throw this out. I don't think Johnny Bravo was as problematic as Pepe Le Pew, only because he never.
Women
corny.
Said no, and he was like, all right.
They say no and they'd slap him, and he would be like, that's it. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's it.
Yeah, it was over. Yeah.
Maybe he might pursue it through the rest of the episode, but it was never touchy. Like, Pepe Le Pew was actively like bear hugging that cat whenever she had the white paint stripe going down. Johnny Bravo, he never put his hands on a woman. Now, again, it still might be unwanted advances, but like you said, he stopped at some point. There was a stopping point for at least one woman, but he kept going with other women. But he's definitely less problematic than Pepe Le Pew to me.
Yeah, it was one when I seen that article that I was like, it wasn't one of these like, man, they just canceling everything. It was like, you know what? I could really see the point on why this is probably a good idea to, put the brakes on this. Because you don't need some little kid seeing that feeling like that's the way that you need to approach a woman. Then you got a little kid that's playing around like that becomes a rapey ass adult because he saw it on TV.
But that's the point. It's that a generation was raised on this to think that this was persistence, because you saw it in the comments. Dude was saying, "Oh, that's just persistence." No, nigga, it's rape. Sorry.
No, that's the rapey shit that was just in the White House before what we got, where he come from a culture of where you gotta assert yourself.
Yeah.
No, that's not what you do, man.
Yep.
Or grab him by the what.
Yeah. Grab him by the tom. Looney Tunes. That's a cartoon reference. But yeah, man. Like I said, and let me ask y'all that question. Is there something they could do and you just be like, oh man, they ruining my childhood, or that's where they've gone too far?
That's a great question, Khujeaux. And I mean, so we're talking about a day and age where if they decide to quote cancel something, that if you really want to see it bad enough, or if it really is one of these things where you need it, you can just go get it yourself.
You can go find it. It's
yeah.
It's the internet.
It doesn't. Yeah. You go to YouTube, whatever, you know. Buy. I mean, I know it's old school, but if it's that deep to you, buy the DVD. Yep. If it's that deep, you know. Oh, they're taking off Dukes of Hazzard. Well, go buy the entire series if it makes you feel better. Okay. Yep. That's how I see it.
Well, that's if the company or the studio doesn't knee jerk and just remove it all from the Amazon and Walmart and all this other stuff.
Well, I guess my point is easy, is that if it's really that deep in this day and age of the internet and people trading, you can find it. Yeah.
I don't know. I guess my only beef with the cancel culture is that we get offended by something and we just automatically take everything down. It's like a file on your computer. You recycle it, you delete it. I had nothing to do with it. We don't want nothing to do with it. It's like, wait, hold up. We just have a problem with, this.
Yeah.
Kind of like, the change in the Angel Mama. Like 16 said earlier, we just don't want y'all shooting unarmed Black people.
Yeah.
We didn't say go change Angel Mama. It's like, oh, we're getting rid of everything. Here's the new logo. It's like, hold on, like, wait.
I agree, but I also get the company side, because there's nothing a syrup company can do to combat systemic racism. Like this.
Well, and here's the thing:
we make syrup, bro. Like, what do you want us to do?
But I don't think that nobody said to take the Black lady off the packaging. Same thing with Uncle Ben's rice. Nobody's saying take the Black guy off the packaging. All right,
if
Black people ain't on enough things anyway.
If they have racist origins, then I would agree. But to the point that you just made, you could revamp it and create another character.
Exactly. You don't have to necessarily keep that figurehead or that photo.
Yeah.
But you can put another brother or sister on the packaging.
Ain't Jemima, it'd be Ain't Jeria.
Bertha.
Ain't Bertha.
Lucille.
Yeah.
Something.
Or just,
we didn't say replace the Black lady with the picture of a mill from the damn Industrial Revolution. We just said
Uncle Jim. Uncle Jim's rice.
Uncle Tyrone.
Everybody got an Uncle Jim, I feel like.
So what you do to like make Uncle Ben into a guy where it shows him coming home from work, he's taking off his jacket with a briefcase in his hand. Make it that instead of, some guy that looks like a butler or something like that.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know about y'all, but there's not many Black people on the logos of products that you get from the grocery store, and you literally got rid of the two that I know of.
But are there very many white people on products? I mean, aside from the Quaker Oats, man. I mean,
well, I mean, does it count as an actual person? Because Paul Newman has his own.
You got the Newmans.
Yeah, Paul Newman has his own.
I mean, yeah, that's his. I mean, just like a Black person to come out with their own line of stuff. It's not like they just threw his face up there.
Orville, are you talking about made up characters? Not somebody like Orville Redenbacher, who was an actual, a person, but you're saying like white people based on like a character that they just added. Like the Quaker Oats guy is a great example.
I'm just saying in general.
But he's a Quaker, but yeah.
Man, that's a good one, man.
They should remove all races from all boxes and just make them all cartoons. Hey, is the Pringles guy white?
Is he? I thought he was Hispanic. Is he
with the little mustache up there? I mean, you'd be white.
I assumed he was like Italian.
I assumed Italian as well.
Oh,
but the name Pringles does not sound Italian. Now I think about it.
No, it does not. But homie definitely looks Italian. So.
Yeah.
But that's my point. It's like the only two products that had Black people on the packaging. Not only we just got rid of them, we just replaced them with something that is just completely.
Are the only two Black ones?
I was like, bro, you took the
think
words
about
out of my
it.
mouth.
They're literally the only. Unless does famous Amos Cookie still have the Black guy on there? Nah, I don't think so.
He ain't been on there in a minute.
All right, that's the only three. That's the only three I know of.
Time to go to Google real quick.
Good old research.
Yep, right on the air. Let's see.
And I'm just talking like nationwide brands. I'm sure there's some local stuff that
Master P's brand don't count because that's new.
Yeah.
Also, the rap snacks don't count.
The rap snacks, yeah, thank you.
Or does it? Because rap snacks been out for a good little minute. But anyway, let's go with something.
When the sun goes down, it's that time of the night. Look you up and down and what I see I like. I'm trying to see you in between these thighs. Look at left or right and taste the fruit inside. You know I love it when you take your time. You really slow-mo, press rewind. Now fast forward to getting you inside. Give me all you got and then walk inside your side. Honey, let's do it. Pressure body on me. Wanna feel your pony. Let's ignite. Let's ignite. So excited. Put the pressure on me. Press that shit up on me. 'Cause baby, you've been on my mind. I just wanna take my time with you. I can see it in your eyes. You ain't never had no one like me. I don't do this all. You've got some stress, let's take it off. You feel the pressure when I put it down. Tell me to go deeper. If your heart hits, she like when I go deeper. I love when you go deeper. I love when you go deeper. Ignited, so excited. I'ma give it all I got. Give me everything. Honey, let's do it. Pressure body on me. Wanna feel your pony. It's ignite. So excited. Pressure on me. Press that shit up on me. Press that shit up on me.
We're being fed by Barcel, the people who bring you Takis and other flavors of Takis. I don't know what else they make, but they make Takis.
Shout out to Bimbo.
They have a chip, artisan style.
Oh, is this that kettle one?
Yes, it is. Thank you. Kettle cooked chip. I lost the word there just fast. Kettle cooked habanero potato chip. Man, that chip is so, first of all, I like anything with some heat to it. And this shit had heat. Like, it had heat. So, but it was still a good chip. Even, you know what I'm saying? Like, it had a good flavor to complement the heat. Like, the first thing you taste is like, wow, it's a lot going on, like, in my mouth right now, on top of it being full of fire. So, that is a very great feeling to have for me, as somebody who loves heat. It's also have a lot of flavor behind it. But like I said, if I had to kind of, if I had to dumb it down all the way and just summarize it as briefly as possible, it is a salt and vinegar chip with habanero flavor and heat. And it's delicious. The chip itself is kettle cooked, but it's not hard like Cape Cod or, you know, other kettle cooked chips that you may have tried, Lay's kettle cooked or whatever else. It kind of has like that regular crunch of like a Lay, like an original Lay's almost, which is good in terms of popability, because oftentimes you eat kettle cooked chips, you know, that crunch can be too much if you're eating an entire bag, or, you know, if you eat so many and start hurting your jaw, it get to be a little bit much. But this crunch was decent. It was a very doable crunch in terms of consuming an entire bag. I challenge you to consume that entire bag, and not have your mouth on fire. But
I'm already trying to find it.
I mean, I did it.
So
I left like just a little bit in the bottom because I didn't want to kill the whole thing. And I had nothing to eat for the next day. But it's delicious. I love it. I like those chips.
So with it being a skinnier or like a slimmer kettle chip. I
That's
know a
the-
lot of people
It
that
wasn't
eat-
even necessarily slimmer. I don't know how they did it.
It wasn't
Yeah.
as thick. It sounds like it wasn't as thick of a cut as like a regular kettle chip. Because I know why people eat kettle chips is because they like the crunch and that kind of stuff.
They're
So
my
would you
favorite
rather? Would you rather the kettle chip like that or a regular kettle?
See, it depends. I actually like kettle chips. For something for a flavor that I like that I'm gonna eat a lot of, I wouldn't want that regular kettle crunch because I'm not gonna. It does start to. It gets your jaw tired after a while.
By themselves, like are these a good comp? Like I love eating subs, man. So is this like complimentary or is this more you need to eat this by itself type thing?
I mean, I would say it would complement a sandwich or something else. Are you going to be able to enjoy that other thing? Because I'm telling you, your mouth is going to be it's hot.
Okay, so is
It's
it gonna
hot.
mess up my turkey? Like if you're eating a turkey sandwich, is it gonna dominate that where you just need to have this as a snack on its own?
Yeah, this probably just needs to be a snack on its own. Now, I will say the flavor will probably be a good complement to something if you're one of them type of people that like to put your chips on your sandwich. Just kind of add texture and then, like I said, the spice from it and it has good flavor. You can do it that way, but if you're eating them on the side with a sandwich and you're trying to like enjoy your sandwich and eat it, this probably wouldn't be that. Yeah, definitely probably need to eat it on its own. But yeah, if it's a flavor that I want to just like eat all of, because there's some flavors I'm cool with just eating a few, like plain chip. I'm cool eating like just a few. I'm not gonna sit there and like down an entire bag of plain. Like sometimes I just don't want a flavor. I just want a salty chip. You know what I'm saying? So I wouldn't get that in kettle. But like jalapeno, which to me jalapeno isn't that hot. It has some kick to it, but it's not one that I would be sweating and need something to drink or whatever. So I can eat a bunch of kettle cooked jalapeno.
Yeah, I feel like the more out of pocket the flavor is or more innovative the flavor is, the more it's probably something you just want to eat by itself. Like a plain chip, salt and vinegar,
sour cream and onion,
wavy, the basic shit. Like that's more complimentary than it is.
Yeah.
You know, I'm gonna eat the whole bag in a setting.
Yeah, because I can see that. Because just like some of them other some of those, what's that? Name your flavor or name the flavor. Those crazy flavor wave chips.
Yeah, like
them,
you're not
eating them. Yeah, you're not eating that chili with a
public sub.
Right. So, but yeah, man. I'm plugging y'all. These chips are good. So, look.
There you go.
I'm interested. I went from last week's, man. I went hunting for those the Cinnamon Toast Crunch remix. I couldn't find them, man. I could not find them. But I'm gonna get a hold to them somewhere, somehow.
I'm about to say I saw them again today at no, it wasn't today. It was anyway over the weekend at Kroger.
All right,
so
they next up on my list because I did not go to the Kroger near me. I got a couple of Publix that kind of border where I'm at, but I didn't venture over there. But I need to check it out. But I went specifically looking for the. I'm gonna find.
Yeah, I was about to say Publix is not as quick with the innovation as Walmart and Kroger.
Yeah, no, I noticed that a lot. Like I'm surprised whenever I find something new at Publix, and then even when I do, I feel like if I had gone to Walmart or Kroger, I probably would have found it even earlier. But like you said, it's like literally Publix is walking distance from the house, so it's like, you know what I'm saying? That's where I'm at most of the time.
I feel you on that.
Yeah,
this is definitely another one that's on the list to try. Like
now that one was at Walmart. I ain't seen that nowhere else except Walmart.
Okay.
Yeah.
The kettle chip.
The kettle chips.
Yeah. Okay.
The artisan style kettle chips.
Because when you say habanero, you got me. Because I don't know if you ever had the habanero wings from Bahama Breeze.
I haven't, but I had some from Wingstop, and they were effing delicious. So
okay. So if you ever get a chance to have the ones from Bahama Breeze, they are right up there in that category. That's some good shit, man.
Yeah.
You know what else was some good shit? That Snack Plug every week. Like and subscribe at your Snack Plug on Instagram.
Put this black face on the box.
That's right.
Khujeaux, that right there reminded me of Charity Croft. I don't know why, but I feel like he does that same smile to all his videos.
Really?
And yeah, you'd have to look him up. He's pretty funny though.
Check him out. What we arguing about this week?
That's a great question. So let's look at the photo gallery real quick, because 16, I'm pretty sure we ran out on your list.
We have. That well has ran dry, but man, we got about a month worth of content out of it, so it served its purpose for sure.
There we go. Okay. Okay, we got rappers this week, and I'll send this to you guys. That way y'all can look through it.
It's gonna be interesting.
Rappers? M16, I really hope you don't have anybody who came out after 1998.
Oh, well, this is all basically after 1998. So this is where the intrigue comes in, because
M16
is going to have to make a difficult decision.
Look, okay.
All right.
I've said this before, and I'll keep saying it. I'm not your goddamn court jester. You're not going to be having your fun at my expense.
Oh, well, okay.
Hey, look.
These are guys he will say he listens to.
He knows of.
Hey, I know all these guys.
This will be a tough decision because he hates a lot of these people, I'm sure. He's gonna be like, which one do I hate more?
Yeah.
But
that's the thing is that I don't. Well, we'll get to that. Please take it away.
Show me your recently rappers. Played, and I want to see any of these names in here.
Ain't no way in hell. Maybe T.I. or Gucci.
You're gonna see in my recently played on my Spotify. You're gonna see out of these 6, you're gonna see at least 4 of them. At least 4. Not
on shuffle. Now, I ain't talking about just like a station and then it just comes on. I mean, like a playlist.
No, recently I searched and played at least 4 of these.
All right, cool.
Yes.
All right.
Okay.
I'm impressed.
All right. So the 6 rappers are, one of these got to go in all their music. Gucci Mane, Jeezy, T.I., Lil Boosie, Rick Ross, and Yo Gotti. And I'm gonna just go ahead and say off the rip, Rick Ross is staying. He ain't going nowhere. We can fight about it. Besides his content and what he's featured on, he ain't going nowhere. Nowhere at all. And with that being said, I'm sorry, my Louisiana people, but Boosie can get the fuck out of here. And I've said it.
Hey, it was between him and Gotti. I'm gonna just say that, but I feel like I really thoroughly enjoy Yo Gotti, and I think it's because of my 3 years in Memphis that I have more appreciation for Yo Gotti. But yeah, Boosie can definitely play a role in it. I'm gonna go ahead and see Mr. Yo to the door. He's
so Yo Gotti's out.
Yo Gotti's out. I feel like I can listen.
Yo Gotti go.
Yo. Damn it! I wish. Can we rewind? Is there a rewind on that? I want to steal that joke. But yeah, Gotti out of here. I feel like there's some Boosie songs I'm not a Boosie fan. I will not defend to the death. I will not hop on YouTube in the comment section and berate somebody about like Boosie. Like, I'm not going to defend Boosie in that manner. But I feel like there's like at least 2 or 3 songs that he has that kind of really get, you know what I'm saying, like a club or a party or something like that really going. Not to say that Gotti don't have that, but Boosie's energy, like when one of his songs come on, is different than Gotti.
I mean, his club energy is it's undefeated almost.
Yeah.
And I don't think he's a bad rapper. But compared to these folks and how often I listen to them compared to him, he's out.
I will say Jesus the last to go. He's the last.
For me, it's between T.I., Jeezy, and Rick Ross, for sure.
Mr.
So
16.
Is this the part where I get put on the spot here? But
yes,
okay. So, all right. So the one that has to go, and I'm gonna agree with my brother on this one. It's Lil Boosie. I know we were betraying our home state, but he got to go.
Wow.
He's gone. Yeah. Just because he's from the home state doesn't necessarily mean that we're gonna, have to support in that aspect. So he's gone. For me, the person that's staying and staying and staying. So I'm trying not to let everything that's going around cloud that and trying to say, well, would it have been T.I. or is it Jeezy? But I really like Jeezy, man. So he would be the one that's staying, man. I really like Jeezy. He got hits across a long time.
Name 3 Jeezy songs.
Hey,
So you got,
because you put him on the spot, it's gonna be difficult.
Oh, look, time is ticking. Time is ticking.
So we got Soul Survivor. We got it doesn't.
Oh man. Oh, this is.
And the thing is, I like Jeezy.
Man.
Look.
Oh man.
Hey, now
He
you
failed
understand
his own
now
test.
you understand the impact
have I been beaten?
of that question. No, here's the thing. It's such a what the fuck question because you really can name 3 Jeezy songs. Had Khujeaux not just put you on the spot.
Yeah, I would have named them. I was like, I like this, and because he used my own. Damn, man.
I don't know.
Got me.
I don't know if it's the mental aspect of it or
being
what.
put on the spot.
But like, yeah, it's like you just
So
go
is that
blank.
is that what that feels like?
That's 100% what that feels like.
Oh,
You
well,
still haven't
shit.
named.
I admit
You
it
still
today.
haven't even named 2 other people.
That's it. He only
Like,
named
2 other
Soul Survivor.
songs.
That's it.
So, and the thing is, I know it's like, damn, you got me,
You're
Khujeaux.
failing. You're failing. Like you're just.
I flunked.
Just let it go.
All right. Well,
I
my
flunked.
president. Look, we'll help you out. My president is black, and then Khujeaux
Yes.
can name one for you. Since
R.I.P.
there you go.
All right, damn. So I could have went newer and say, "Never Leave Me Alone" or whatever, but
Newer.
not new. Well, I mean, not newer in that aspect.
Well, but it ain't Soul Survivor, which was his first album.
Yeah, which is
Yeah, 101.
a decade ago.
Yeah.
But man, that question got some power behind it, man. Because when I hit you with it could be somebody you really like Khujeaux, you love Drake. I'd be like, name 3 Drake songs. It's like, well, shit. Okay, you put me on the spot.
I mean, I can do it, but But when you now, like I said, I admitted earlier, you got me with Minnie Riperton because I still don't know. I would that one I would have to Google. You can give me 2 days without Google, and I still wouldn't be able to come up with more Minnie Riperton songs.
Easy cusses me out at least once a month when I ask him that. He'll be naming something. I'm like, name 3 of their songs. He'll be like, you know what, bro? Fuck you, man. Why you got to do that to me, man?
Now you know how I feel.
No, man, that's a gut punch. But Jesus' last one out for me. But Boosie gotta go. And who? I think y'all said who was the next one that would leave after that. For me,
The next one for me would be Gucci.
Yeah, I was gonna say next one would be Gucci because I really fucking like Yo Gotti, man. I
love Yo Gotti, man. He's got some good songs.
It's between Gotti and Boosie. So like, I literally just tossed a coin and just thought about him. Like, if I go to a party and somebody play Boosie, I feel like, girls would get to dance and it'll turn into a whole thing. Club go up. You know what I'm saying? Yo Gotti.
I mean, I literally am selfish with these because I base it strictly off of my playlist.
I was gonna say Yo Gotti is not really the club. Yo Gotti is more for the car. If you're listening to Yo Gotti, it feels like more for the car.
Well, hey,
I don't listen to either one of them. Like if Boost, okay, I'll say this.
Yo Gotti's more for like the outdoor kickback.
I will listen to a Yo Gotti song
parking lot
before I listen to a Boosie song. Like I will actually search a Yo Gotti song. Actually, no, put a date on it. He came out with that one like a year or so ago or whatever. Put a date on it. That song was fire. Like I like that song.
His last album.
I can't say the same.
His last album. I can't think of the name before 16 tries to tell me. No.
Listen,
his last album was really good.
Yeah.
I'm done asking that question for this episode. I just got my ass kicked by my own creation.
Hey, that question kicked the shit out of you. I want you to put like a bunch of punch animations around yourself. If you can find that in post, you just get beaten the fuck up by that question.
I took an L on that one. Man.
But yeah. That was a good one. I like that one.
Nice.
Music and food always gets the people moving.
Gotta give the people what they want.
We trying. Yeah. We definitely trying. Good stuff, man.
Yep.
So I guess that concludes One Gotta Go.
Yeah.
And I guess we're getting random at this point.
Yeah.
I'll kick us off.
Yes, we are getting random.
Simple statement. And this just popped in my head just in passing. There's no fan base on the planet that has disappeared faster than the Golden State Warrior fan. Where are they at? they are gone. Everybody was Dub City not that long ago. You hear nothing about the Warriors. That's all I got. No more Warrior fans. They gone.
And I think the true Bay Area fans would agree with you.
Yeah.
But that happens all the time, right? Like there was a lot of Miami Heat fans that disappeared.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
You know
true.
what I'm saying? So it happens. That should be my next random. I'm gonna hold on to that one because I got one for tonight.
Make sure you write it down.
I probably won't because then I have to hold on to it for a week and then.
Well, you know me, I'm like the database. Just text it to me and then I'll keep it. And
All right, let's do that. All right, because I have nowhere to put this. I would have to put it on my laptop, but then I'll probably move it when I start like editing stuff. And it's a whole thing.
it's just it's a whole thing.
All right,
I'm probably gonna trigger somebody by what I said.
Khujeaux,
Like, I'm a Warriors fan. I've been a Warriors fan. I'm gonna trigger somebody.
They're gonna hop in.
See now.
How dare you? How dare you say that?
Now, the 16 version of that question, that follow-up question would be, name the starting five, not Curry or Draymond Green.
Oh man, hell no, hell no. I mean,
You mean the current starting five?
The current starting
Absolutely.
five.
Oh,
Man.
I can name one,
you got me.
and he's actually from New Orleans.
So anyway.
Shout out Kelly Oubre Jr. I know about you, buddy. So
I can't, man.
Okay, I'm gonna say this, and I don't often like to share my thoughts on the topic of Black cinema because it stirs a lot of emotions from our community. But I'll just gonna come right out and say it. Every Black movie doesn't need a musical number. It just doesn't. I can get behind that. I don't understand. Like, just think about some of the movies that kind of go down as like, yeah, this is, in the history, this is like on the Mount Rushmore of Black movies that you kind of gotta see or whatever. Somebody ain't always gotta sing or dance or, bust out in a rap or, it could just be a movie with people acting and talking and dialogue. You don't have to have a musical number. There doesn't have to be a cookout scene with the electric slide. There doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be music in it at all. Just scores. You can just have scores. People, tend to respond pretty well to score. I don't recall any Avengers movie where they like bust out and just aside from Star-Lord and Guardians of the Galaxy. That was kind of their thing, was the music, right? That was a big part of the movie. But like, I didn't see Thor, Tootsie shuffling or whatever. Look, man, we don't have to always sing or bust out in some nostalgic song in every movie. We don't. You just have movies.
I feel that sentiment wholeheartedly.
Yeah.
Because I feel like, why can't Black people just be in a regular movie? Do we have to show off the singing and the dancing? And let's just have a regular movie. Tyler Perry does a good job of this. He don't be having a lot of singing and other foo-foo shit in there.
I mean, he's one of them.
So he's got some. He's got some.
They have their church scenes where somebody busts out in a praise song or whatever, and it doesn't feel organic, and it always feels forced. Some of the ones that's standing out on top of my mind right now. I'm looking at you, Best Man Holiday. All these other bad.
You talk about the new edition, the new edition thing.
Yes, I'm looking at you, Girls Trip. I'm looking at you, Coming to America 2.
Oh, they had plenty of them in that one.
Plenty. Just think along those lines where you just like, oh yeah, my favorite Black movie did have a scene where somebody just busts out singing Bobby Brown for no reason at all.
Yeah. Nobody. Black.
I'm looking at you. What was that T.D. Jakes movie where they just played Cupid Shuffle at the end for no reason? They were at a wedding and typically you probably played that there, but it felt forced. We don't have to do that, man. We don't have to. We're better than that. I get music is a big part of our culture. I get it, but stop.
Man, you named a bunch of them too. Now they cross my mind because Best Man Holiday, yes. Definitely.
Yep. Like, and it never like really fits. Like, yeah, you wrote it into the movie, so obviously but it always feels forced. Like, if they took that part out, the movie would not collapse, is what I'm saying.
Right.
Like, it's never a pivotal thing to the movie that just is required to be there. Just somebody was like, you know what, to really get some nostalgia going, let's drop in some people singing New Edition for no reason. And
Disney has a huge problem with this as well.
I mean, that's what they do.
New
Edition
songs,
is, but
those are actually musicals, though.
Name 3 New Edition songs.
Mr. Telephone Man, If It Isn't Love, and well, Poison is Belle Biv DeVoe, but let's go with Can You Stand the Rain. Boom! That's how you play the game. That's how you win.
There you go.
Good job, Khujeaux.
Thank you.
I'll be back to try to defeat you again soon, the way you did me.
I welcome all challenges.
Challenge. All right. Well,
cool.
Here's my random. If you wear your mask like this, kill yourself.
Get a little closer.
If you wear it like this, won't even stay on.
Which kind of further drives your point.
If you wear it like this, kill yourself. If you wear it like this, kill yourself. You're not helping anybody. Thanks.
I was gonna say, if they wear it like this, the Rona will kill them. They don't have to kill themselves.
Yeah, kill all of us, to be honest.
I'm just tired of seeing the nose out.
That's real. I agree. 100%.
They try not to live in fear.
Whew. All right.
also, store owners and restaurateurs and everybody needs to kind of crack down a little bit more on that as well, because I see now. Granted, somebody can slip their nose out at any point, but I mean, like, I see people like walk around with no mask, and I'm like, how you get in here? It's a big ass sign on the door saying no mask, no entry. Nah, I mean,
I think people are getting scared, and they're not trying to get put on World Star or some shit like that, you know.
Yeah. Well, to be honest, the person not wearing the mask is never on the winning end of anything that gets posted. So
nope.
Well, yeah, but like it just they don't.
Yeah, I get it.
They don't want that.
No, man, you go into places to start shit where they have plain as day a sign that says, like, you're a real asshole that you walk into an establishment where they're telling you, hey, to enter here, you need to wear a mask, and you're not wearing one, and you get offended when they tell you to put it on. You're a jackass. Plain and simple. Just put the fucking cloth over your face, man. Shit.
Yep.
This is old. It's been a year. Put this shit on, man.
Yeah. Now, I will say, I'm not going to lie, I still forget mine from time to time, especially if something changes in my routine.
I'm saying,
at this point, you got to treat it like a pen. Just keep one in your car at this point. Like, just
I got like
have one hanging off the mirror.
Well, I do, but those be cloth, and then eventually you kind of got to wash them. So if you take it inside and wash it, that's throwing off your routine from having one in the car. So then you get in the car and you're like, fuck, I washed it. So there's always an instance where you. But I wouldn't go in the store. I'm not gonna walk in the store or go in somewhere if I don't have it. I just.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Khujeaux. It's the folks who, like, they're saying don't do it. Like how Easy was saying, like, you're putting it on wrong. It's like, damn, man, it's not gonna end well for you, especially if it make it to social media. Nobody's gonna be on your side with any good sense with that.
Yeah, it's not that hard to breathe in them things either.
It's really not that deep.
It's not. I mean, it's a little uncomfortable if you've been in it for a very long time. Like if you've been in it for like 2 hours and you've been walking that entire time or something like that, then yeah. But just to go to the grocery store, bro, like it's never that serious. It's not. I mean, people, man, I be saying this all the time. They're like, well, you being a sheep, your freedoms or whatever. I'm like, okay, so what if it comes out a year from now saying, well, we really didn't have to wear masks because it didn't stop anything. The only thing you were inconvenienced was wearing a piece of cloth over your face. Wearing a mask. That's it. I'll tell people that. I've had this conversation too. I'm like, you know what? Because I kind of changed my views from when it first started a little bit. I'm like, I mean, worst case scenario, I'm just wearing a mask, man. You know what I'm saying? Like like it's better to be safe than sorry. And I think we had this conversation before. I kind of like now this is a bigger argument. Obviously, it's not as easy as just wearing a mask, but like with religion, Like, yeah, what if God don't exist? But I mean, the only thing I did, I was a good person while I was here. I didn't kill nobody. I didn't steal. I didn't commit adultery. You know, I just was a good person. That was it.
That was it.
Yeah, that's the only inconvenience. I was a good person while I was here.
Yeah, it makes perfect sense. It's like, how were you inconvenienced? What'd you do? I don't know. I wore a cloth over my face for 20 minutes while I was in Publix. That didn't really violate my freedom. I might have sweat a little bit, but it's not that deep. It's really not.
There you go.
Easy showing you the obligatory 101 right there. Hilarious. That's a good random, man. Very. Good random from you too, Khujeaux. The crusade against musical numbers in black movies. You're gonna lose because they're gonna keep happening.
Yeah, man, I've been losing.
Yeah. Especially the bad choreography.
Now, look, okay, now I take it back. Now, if we talking about like the first Coming to America, like the Randy Watson scene, that was integral to his character. Like that, if you took that I believe that children out of it, if you took that scene out, Randy Watson, the character, would not be there. You know what I'm saying? Like that scene in the movie where they go to the place to where he meets Lisa, like that plays into the movie. That makes sense. Yes. But if after they left there and as Eddie Murphy's walking to his car, he starts playing like Dancing on the Ceiling by like Lionel Richie or some shit and just starts dancing on the ceiling or something. I don't know. Like it wouldn't fit. Just for the sake of nostalgia of having a line, which I said Lionel Richie because it was made in the 80s and Lionel Richie, that song was big in the 80s. So that's whatever. I'm done.
Man, this was a good one, man. This was a good one. A lot of things to talk about. Good conversation.
Very.
Yes. So definitely appreciate everybody who listens, downloads, whatever you do to support us, whether you're watching a video on Instagram or hitting the like button, we appreciate all that. So please follow us on Instagram at It's the Radio Show. You can follow Khujeaux and his Snack Plug at Your Snack Plug. Like, subscribe, all that stuff. We're on Apple, Spotify, Deezer, Stitcher, anywhere you get podcasts. Just search for It's the Radio Show or the Radio Show, The Aftermath. We're there. So yeah, man, another one in the books for this week. TRS. Anybody got anything else that they plugging or putting out there?
Don't wear your mask like this.
Love, why do I think this way?
Oh yeah, make sure and check out Nine Hair Co. Bella and Kai. That Nine Hair Co, man. That beard oil, man. Diva on to something with that, man.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I like it. I'll be using it for real.
Yes. I like that peppermint, man. And
Team Teakwood.
It's a good product. But speaking of good product, the radio show got a good product. So make sure you check us out every week.
Oh, I was about to say, what we selling now?
we're selling merch.
Speaking of products, get your TRS t-shirts.
Oh, but why you said that, Easy? I don't know, man. Rumors going. Might be some merch soon. Could be working on that, man. Radio show merchandise coming soon. Could be possibly.
Can we order some masks so we can wear them the wrong way?
Absolutely.
Awesome.
Put it under your chin.
Yeah.
Put it under your nose. Or hell, don't even wear it at all.
Look, the TRS chin strap.
Or a mesh mask. Like, yeah, it's still covering my face. All right, y'all. We'll catch you next week.
Yeah.
Oh, what was the word of the night again?
Forwarding.
Forward. There it is. And we're about to forward ourselves right on out of here.
We're going forward. Yep.